Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Edie. I am certain that the Ascendant will be relieved to see you free for other duties. And so with that, after all that work, we get 5,000 gil out of it. So, we're not quite done just yet, because what we do next will bring the patch 2.3 main storyline to its conclusion. So let's speak with Lady Ophelia. Oh, we're not done yet. Well, we might as well still keep seeing this through to the end. So let's take on the next main challenge entitled Heretical Harassment. Ophelia appears eager to welcome you back to Revenant's Toll. Greetings, Edie. Alphinaud tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Science shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphinaud to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slafborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? Alright. Yeah, heretical harassment, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, I thought we were going to go right into the last part of the storyline, but no, I guess not. Well, since we are so close to the end of 2.3's main storyline, we will see this to the end. We will complete the end of the patch 2.3 main story in this episode. No matter how long it takes. Hopefully it won't take that long. So let's go ahead and speak with our good boy Slafborn again. Hey there, Slafborn. What can I do for you, Edie? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Well, I was asked to come see you. I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. And while I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the Ascendant, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slafborn! The shipment! We couldn't... Oh, is this a woman? Sorry. No, this is a female. Gods, woman, what befell? Yeah, you don't know what it's going to be until you actually see them. We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mor Dhona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest and I'll have someone along to tend to these wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is likely to be more of a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. And so it's up to me, isn't it? Whence did these supplies originate? House Voltan. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall say that they are apprised of this development. Well, you know what that means. Edie, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Voltan? I will be sending them the missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Of course. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Yeah, I think we can accommodate you there, Slafborn. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Horchafon will be glad of your assistance. And the assistant as well. But yes, it's been a while since we've been at Coerthas, so let us warp there right now. Because it is there where the last part of this challenge will be concluding. So yeah, it's been a while since we've been to Coerthas, but I do believe we actually did speak with Lord Horchafon early on in the main storyline here in 2.3, so it's not as if we're particularly strangers in this specific patch. So let's go on inside and speak with Lord Horchafon, who's got a bit of a crowd in his own right. Alright, Lord Horchafon, I guess we're gonna have to come to you right down the middle. Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend Eorzea, would you care for a plate of roast caracul, son mulled wine? No? I see you have not come to my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Reborn's toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. No, it is not. So, Lord Rochefort, let's take your challenge, entitled When the Cold Sets In. Lord Rochefort awaits confirmation of the reason for your visit to Camp Dragonhead. So, let's see what we are going to be dealing with here.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mor Dhona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Coerthas soil.
That would make sense.
Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed.
Lights a fire
Poor
on you, doesn't
fortune,
it?
I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day.
That doesn't
This new
sound
unity
good.
of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I
Iceheart,
have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do
Oh boy,
know
that
is
doesn't
the
sound
heretics
good.
speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
You know I will. That's what I do
Heloday's
best.
blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise.
Of course.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it there,
Should you
Lord
learn aught
Rochefort.
of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Thank you. Well, since we know that we're going to be dealing with heretics again, the first time in a long time, which means battle gear is required. So, let's go over to Lord Drillemont at Whitebrim Front. Yeah, it's been a long time since we made this particular trek through the beautiful snows of the Coerthas Highlands. And they perfectly complement the beautiful white snow that's falling outside of my apartment window right now. Yeah, and to think that I'm actually recording this on Easter. Like, I can't help but wonder if it's a sign. It just feels like one to me, that it's snowing on Easter, and it just puts a smile on my face whenever it does. So, we're not gonna bother with this fate here. Because it's just not necessary for us, and besides, this particular episode is gonna take me longer than I was anticipating. So we gotta make our way past the Battlers, the Ice Sprites, you saw Dragonflies already, and we're gonna ride our Chocobo Lanza down into the inside of Whitebrim Front. Yeah, a little bit of a shortcut, in case you weren't aware of it and you played this game. So, inside we go. We will dismount my Chocobo. So let's run up the stairs and give Lord Reborn a big hello. Yeah, it'll be good for him to know that his brother Dragoon is here. And hey, there actually is a brother here. Jinhua Lynx, huh? Well, Brother Dragoon, it is an honor to meet you. Well, Lord Reborn. Edie, welcome, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to son vigil proceed apace. We shall be rebelled, sure and strong that the Javanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I will venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the fury, you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able shakals. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this assheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright, speak with a mistreated merchant, huh? Yeah, it doesn't get more straightforward than that, does it? So to crash in on your meal. Alright, so our person of interest is going to be over this way. Now, I'm guessing they're going to be up on the second floor. And so, infirmary is up here, so the person we're looking for, yep, right here, mistreated merchants. Tell you what happened? Oh, why yes, of course, I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help cash those cowardly placards. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. It was then that one of them noticed my bleary graze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mess. Before darkness claimed me, however, I heard distinctly the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but do not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I shall not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. So now we have to go to Snowcloak. And Snowcloak is going to be out here. So, we're gonna head west again. Curse you, conflict here in Coerthas, for drawing out this episode more than I wanted it to be drawn out. I thought it would be so simple as to say, hey, guess what? Now that we've recruited all the people that we wanted to join Alphinaud's new company, we can go ahead and formally initiate them and bring Patch 2.3's main story to a close. But no! Yeah, I'm not afforded such a luxury like that. No, I have to go out here, run out into the Coerthan snows, enter the Snowcloak area, and defeat a whole bunch of heretics. And as we can see, the purple circle is in play. So let's go ahead and breach it. Looks like we have found our opponents. So, therefore, must be defeated. Let's eliminate these fiends. So that's one. We defeated the warrior. Now let's defeat his magic friend. It solves your pain, huh? Too bad it can't solve the pain of my lance going through your gut. Now we have to go further west. And this is actually right about where we had a confrontation with the fake Inquisitor Guillaume back in year 1 on day 69. Yes, here is the person of interest. Hanging out with the Barontyne Croc. I don't trust this Croc's position, so since I'd rather not take any chances and have this scene interrupted, we will dispose of him. And he's gone. Alright, sir. Ha! Draw your weapon, fowler! Oh, wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics. Then we shall come on purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. And so now, keep an eye on it, keep a lookout. Well, those of you who are wondering, that's actually our person of interest, Iceheart. But we will not formally confront her until we go into patch 2.4's main story. So her appearance will come soon enough. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And where too did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to our front and lay our suspicions before Lord Reborn. And so, that is what we will do. And since the fastest way to get there is basically back the way I came, yes, here we go. Curse you people for putting me in a situation that I was not intending to be put in. I wanted to be done patch 2.3's main story by now. Instead, I'm stuck doing this, and I'm listening to a card that has been idling for about 5 minutes now and is not left or come back from wherever it was going. Like, are you leaving or not? Person in the car who is outside of my apartment window! Make up your mind! So, yeah, we're gonna have to put up with him until I get an opportunity to go back to Mor Dhona. But yeah, I'm sure all the environmentalists that are watching this video are probably wondering, like, why is that person not shut off their engine if they've been idling for 5 minutes? Alright, Lord Reborn. Edie, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spare no detail in their report. The men you found near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Rochefort of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies on his own. And for Iceheart fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. So, warping back to Camp Dragonhead. Yeah, the warping offered me an opportunity to just go head to the east, and for me, head to the east as in east towards my window and closing it. Well, it looks like our Grand Company leader and my wife, Sakura, has arrived. Well, I would offer a few words, but, well, maybe I can offer them while I'm having this scene going on.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Yeah, what's with the bad,
But you are
what's
here
with the
now,
sad face?
and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Well, this is what I learned. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't take the Skype call
Indeed.
from Sakura, not while I'm in the middle of the scene.
And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion.
Okay.
Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
I hope it's not the same type of, glowing reports that you got from that fake Inquisitor Guillaume.
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Of course not. So thank you for that there, Lord Rochefort. That means the last part of this takes place at Revenant's Toll. Be back in a moment. Okay, we have returned now to Revenant's Toll, so let's speak with Slapborn to complete this challenge. Edie, 'tis good to see you return from the Toll, or to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Coerthas? House Fort Tom is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Rochefort for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinaud's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. So with that, we get Gil plus choice of potions. We've had choices on these potions before, but they do me no good. So we'll just take the silver piece at 500 Gil. So let's take Slapborn's new challenge. And, okay, this is the actual final challenge for the patch 2.3 main storyline. A challenge entitled Brave New Companions. Slapborn has news on the progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you were away in Coerthas, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? I believe I can do that. So back to the Rising Stones we will go. Oh, nice. More brother and sister dragoons. Always an honor to meet them. I just can't help it. I always have the utmost respect for those who choose to play as a dragoon. If it be their main, or if they're doing it as a reason to complete all the warrior classes that there are. So, Tataru. These parchments need to be sorted in these documents. Why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. You startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphinaud if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Sirens will have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. So yeah, we want to present the new uniforms to the recruits, so why don't we go ahead and step back into my actual Grand Company uniforms, because yeah, as far as battling is concerned, we're done. There's no more fighting for us to deal with in patch 2.3. The only task that remains for us is to basically be reacquainted with the new recruits that we're bringing into Alphinaud's new company. Because we were able to get 4 people to join us, but we did get 4 more. So we have to find all 8 of them. And as mentioned before, they're going to be scattered all over the place. So it's going to be our responsibility to find each and every one of them. Because they could be anywhere and everywhere. Hey there, Riol. You're the first one I come across. Hello there, lad. Looking for me, was he? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as if I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Well, if you would please have this. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry though, I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Careful. And there's Woolred over here. Hey, Woolred. Little Alamigo can learn much from Revenant's toll, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Yeah, you're still young. You'll grow into it. Isn't that what your mom always used to say to you when she bought clothes for you that were too big for you? She always said, "You'll grow into them." Oh, and here's Aurel, a former member of the Order of the Twin Adder. EDSS! Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles are what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Well, we didn't come across you, but we're glad to have you on board. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Alright, so that's 3 of them. Where else can we find more people? Well, I do see a former member of my grain company, the Maelstrom. Ergamus is going to join us. This scarlet garb makes me proud member of the Maelstrom, and a hardy defender of Limsa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Well, don't forget to trade in your red outfit for this one. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my robe wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Just make sure you wear that one. Are there any people outside? Because, yeah, sometimes there will be people who are wandered outside that you need to go and give a talking to, but it looks like everything's fine over on this side. And there are no people hiding behind of interest that I need to speak to. So, let's keep on looking for our people. Oh, and we find another Rogadin, Ilbaird, with us. I don't believe we met. I am Ilbaird, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the Calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. And this is going to be our second in command for Alphinaud. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easy method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. So that's 5 people who've now received their attire. Who else can we find? Well, I know of one specifically that's actually hiding in a very clever spot. That spot, you might ask, is actually up these stairs. Yeah, Laurentius, the former wood whaler, the exile wood whaler, he's actually helping these people give a lookout. In fact, we could probably just assign him to doing this all day long. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Well, put this on instead. Oh, our new uniforms! I'm reminded of my induction into the wood whalers. Alright, so that's 6, but we still need to present it to 2 more. And over here is our 7th, a Lalafell by the name of Yu Hase, formerly of the Immortal Flames. Yes, this is the uniform that they wear. I'm sure if you remember our previous episodes, Commander Swift was wearing such an outfit. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself 'tis an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. Well, here you go. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there should be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. That's not why you're here, Yu Hase. But you are here to represent a brave purpose, so we thank you for joining us. Now, was there anyone in the 7th heaven that I needed to give a uniform to? No, does not look it. It does not look that way. And it does not look like there's anyone outside of the walls of Revenant's Toll who needs a uniform. So now the question becomes, who's still lacking? Who still requires the uniform of this new company that Alphinaud is founding? Well, we can always go up to the new area I showed you a few days ago and get a bird's eye view to see where our last recruit is. Yeah, this new area always gets me confused with its direction. And boy, I'm getting quite a bit of lag here. But yeah, hopefully getting a bird's eye view will give us a better look at where our 8th and final recruit might be. But they are proving to be an elusive individual. Let's go over to the other side and see if we can't find them. Yeah, that's crazy that they have all these 8 people spread out all over the place and that you have to do quite the yeoman's efforts to locate them. Oh, Alian, right there! Oh, we ran right by her a few times, but yeah, cleverly hiding, yeah. She wanted to help out her, I guess it was her father. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Well, you can do so with this. Ah, yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. And so now that we have accomplished this, let's go back to Alphinaud and let him know that, well, everyone is ready, including myself. Alright, back to the Rising Stones we shall go. And now it's actually snowing harder. Oh, but I love it. I'm a fan of winter. I love snow. I can't help it. I'm Canadian. It's in my blood. Alright, Alphinaud. Ah, yes, CD. Tartaru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answer the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Edie. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. And so now, there they are.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the 7th Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you crystal braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Coerthas, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Did you just flip us off? No, that is actually what they are. That is their actual proper salute. Yeah, they're flipping us off without giving us the middle finger. Why?
A rousing speech, Alphinaud. Or should I say, crystal brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
Of course.
The Scions stand ready.
All here for you, Alphinaud. So, with the ceremony having now been made complete, it's up to Minfilia to bring patch 2.3's main story to a close. Lady Minfilia, the floor is yours.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Oh, Link Shell.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension.
That would be the fate of the students of
Truly?
Baldessian.
Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Eorzea. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
Of course,
Putting
Lady
this happy
Minfilia.
news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No, I do not believe we have.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
And so with that, we speak with Lady Minfilia, end the challenge, and bring the patch 2.3 main storyline to a close. But we still have a little more cutscene to watch. Starting in Coerthas. So where is this place, you might ask? Well, Lord Horshaphon is there. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the lost. I guess he'll see to it personally that it's taken care of. And it's not often you see a blue sunny day in Coerthas. Thought you saw something? The winds are uncommon fierce this day. And they're coming from that place. Yeah, you're probably wondering. Yeah, we've actually passed by that massive building a number of times. Well, those of you who are probably wondering what exactly this massive building is, well, you're about to find out in a moment. It's actually the seat of power for Coerthas, and its land of Ishgard, and there's its leader, the Archbishop. Ha, and he has a lot of armed guards. And I mean a lot of armed guards. But what is La Habrea doing here? And Elidibus? I don't think you want to look behind you. Yeah, I don't think the Archbishop would want to look behind him. Two Ascians standing behind him? That cannot be good. So, that finally brings to an end this main story for patch 2.3. And yeah, wow, it took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, but we've got ourselves to the end, and yeah, I was hoping to be done within a single day, but I'm going to split this over day 46 and day 47, so instead, the next side quest that we'll be doing will be on day 48, and so that is when I will join you next time, because there's a particular gentleman of interest that we haven't seen for quite some time, and I think it's about high time that we saw what exactly he was doing during the patch 2.3 storyline. So, next time, we'll go pay a visit to him. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will make our way back into the story that involves our good, crazy, kooky friend, the Inspector Extraordinaire Hildebrand. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.